My New York Knicks, we going to the finals, baby! I went to the spot last night. I was all up in my Knick gear, in my blue and orange. I was the only one. And I was so happy and so proud. We gonna take the whole thing, man. But as a Knicks fan, I know that stay humble. Don't celebrate early. You know, but I can celebrate the Eastern Conference champions, meaning that we the best on the East. All right, we better than Boston. We better than Cleveland. We better than Philly. We better than Atlanta. We better than Miami. You know what I mean? We the champs. We are the champions, my friend. Voodoo. We keep on fighting to the end. Boo, boo, boo. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. Yes, we are of the East Coast. But judging by how the Knicks are playing, I don't care what team they was, even if it wasn't the Knicks. If they went through the playoffs and swept two teams back to back and was blowing people out by 30 in these sweeps, I understand the West Coast is strong too. It got a strong team, but when you see a team running through like that, like I don't history has proven it that when a team goes on a run like that, that they in sync with each other, they focus and they are definitely championship material. Let me go live on Instagram. But everybody watching them playoffs tonight, as we all will be. They worried about what's going to happen, but the series is tied, so it don't even matter if somebody wins tonight between OKC and the Spurs because they still got to play 3 games because it's tied at 2-2, and it's the best out of 7. So somebody got to win 2 more games. So that series is just giving the Knicks a great, great rest. They got at least a 10-day rest. Instagram, what up? Choke, no joke. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live right here on Instagram, YouTube. You can watch me here. You can watch me there. Instagram, you want to hit the link in my story to bring you on the screen. But I'm getting to the show. And we got a few things to talk about tonight. Shout out to my man Paul. Spoke to Paul on Memorial Day. Try to convince him to come out. Couldn't get him out. Shout out to Ramona. Hit me up on Memorial Day, my girl. All right. So shout out to my peoples, my man D over in Toledo, Ohio. Shout out to Toledo. What up, y'all? Um, so first things first, shout out to my man bxearl.com. Y'all check that out. That's that digital entertainment store I was telling y'all about, where they got the audio books, music, and more. You know, hit them up, get plugged in, and you got some products. They do consignment. Put your products up there and make some money. Just another place to sell your stuff. You know what I mean? You know, make sure you handle all your legal business and check it out. All right. So I don't know when this Cameron versus Jim Jones beef is going to end. It really has been going on for a very long time now. Um, and they at one point they had made up, and then at another point they just got together to do the verses, and then at another point they fell back out, and it just seems like there's no hope for reconcile when it comes to Dipset with Cameron and Jim Jones. I don't know where Joel stand, but like I told y'all at least 15 years ago, if you've been around that long watching me, that Cam and Jim never would be the same after, you know, they got to experience them both being successful. You know, it's different when we young and we all chipping in for a goddamn hero and splitting the hero and the soda, you know, and everybody's struggling. But when dudes get famous and get rich, you get to see who they really are. And you know, even the ones it don't even have, you don't have to be rich. You could just have fame or notoriety. You see how that changes people. You know, some people are humble and some people just it just really get to their head. And I don't know, when it come to Harlem niggas, it's like a disease. Uh when it come to flossing on each other or snapping on each other, talking bad about each other. So now Jim Jones is now calling Cameron out in the verses because he said he felt like Cam made them lose the verses, lose that verses against the Locks. Now, I don't think nobody cared. Well, I ain't gonna say nobody. I don't think people cared too much to see French Montana versus Rick Ross. You know, you didn't hear no chatter about it afterwards. Um, It's still it's like it's only been a week since it happened, and there's no talk about it. It's completely dead. So if Cameron and I mean if French Montana and Rick Ross versus didn't draw any attention, then I can't see any interest in a Cameron versus Jim Jones versus. Would anybody care to see Cameron versus Jim Jones versus? I'm gonna keep it a bean. I got love for both of them, and I got like personal attachments to them from working with them, and I would have a lot of memories attached to their music. But do I want to see Cam and Jim Jones in the verses? No, not hating on Jim Jones, but Jim Jones do got a couple of records, but you know, you know me, I'm gonna keep it real regardless. You know, Cameron will defeat Jim Jones in the verses. You know what I mean? Like, come on, y'all. Like, come on, man. Cam, the the thing about Cam is his early records that he didn't even do at verses. Like, 357 with DMX. or I think he got I think I can't what else he didn't do for verses? He didn't do 357, he didn't do What the World Means to Me. He didn't do a lot of records. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that Jim could beat him in the verses, but to each his own. I don't know. I guess it's a song choice. And that's why they lost to the Locks, because they could have definitely beat the Locks, but it's all about song choices. And they definitely was not matching up with the Locks in the song selection. But that's because they chemistry amongst Dipset that we had was already been broken. But either way, I don't think that Swiss Beats and them would do a Jim versus Cameron. I think the next verse has got to be something big that people want to see, or they going to damage the brand, because that last one was horrible, and I can't even remember what was before that. But yeah, that's that. Let me move on now, real quick.